In search of a financial opportunity to pay off student loans, a young Black American woman moves to South Korea to work. As the author, Bootsy W. recalls culture shock and fun adventures in a country far from home, she's also faced with anti-Black racism and featureism, quickly learning that white supremacy is practiced not only by whites, but by those that are categorized as people of color. Based on her 10 years of living abroad, the book, Ago Igo, compares and contrasts Korea versus the United States on subjects such as code, communal living, racism, effective protests, global alliances, warrior class, music, political correctness, health, aging, money, and the coronavirus. This blunt memoir is uncomfortable, humorous, and educational. Help fight propaganda and mainstream agendas by picking up a copy of Ago Igo on Amazon.com.
Grand Rising, greetings. I'm Dr. Jamille Sims, and you are watching the African Diaspora News Channel. Today's subject is very important. Anything I say is important, I think, anyway. I want to talk about Acts 2:17. And the reason why I want to do that is because that sets the precedence for today's subject. It says, in the last days, God says, I will pour out my spirit on all people. Your sons and daughters will prophesy. Your young men will see visions, and your old men will dream dreams. The reason why I'm starting with this is because my 87-year-old father called me and told me, you have to listen. I have something that I need to tell you. It's important. This coming from a man who has not been to church in years, who won't touch a church. You can't even come and pray for him. The Most High has spoken. He said that he had a dream. He said it is very important. I need you to make sure that my grandchildren, actually his great-grandchildren and great-grandchildren, he said, make sure that my grandchildren and great-grandchildren attend a school, something like the military, where they learn to defend themselves. He said it's important that they know how to do that. He said, I had a dream. I don't have dreams like this. He had a dream. He said, a time is coming where our children have to know how to survive. My father he's a brilliant man. My parents have been married 67 years. It's beautiful to have two parents that have been together since they were 17, been through the Korean War, been through the Vietnam War, been through the racism wars, been through all of that. And still they stand. And their seed stands. And that's beautiful. And that is why there's such an attack on our families. In particular, our nuclear families. You know what I'm talking about. When he told me this, it was interesting because I'm an educator, and I've tried to educate, and I've tried to do it with an Afrocentric lens, and I can't get enough of us to be interested in doing so. And there's a beautiful school called Marcus Garvey in Los Angeles that I had my oldest son and attend and give him the foundation. And so my kids have that Afrocentric foundation. They're raised up with Pan-Africanism. They're raised that way. And so he told me it's very important that I listen to him, and I did listen, but everything that he said was something that was already in my spirit. See, the ancestors, they know who they can go to, they know who to talk to. Now, you can take this anywhere you want. You can say, well, you know what, you started off biblically or whatever. I don't do religion because religion is man-made. Spirituality is of the Most High. It's of the Most High. And so I have to say this. I have to say that one of the things that really, really hurts us as a people is we don't agree with anything. And some of those are politics and religion. And I've said that at another time, so I won't get into that. But what I will say is that I've tried to help educate our children and our adults. I've done everything that I could within my power, basically by myself. I don't have a lot of help, very little help. And you know what's interesting is some of the help that I do have come from people that don't look like me, who really don't have the life experience to even understand what I'm doing. And so it's important for us to understand some things that culturally, because I have exposure to so many different ethnicities and cultures, I want to bring something to your attention. It's important that we have a Saturday school. It's not, I know you want your time, you work all week and you want your time, you want to go hang out on the weekend, but our children, when we're gone, who will fight? Who will fight for justice? Who will fight for equity and equality? Our children. And if they're not prepared, they won't make it. We can't have pacifist children. We got to teach them how to defend themselves. Now, I'm not just talking physically. You got to know how to throw those hands. I was a child that didn't know how to throw hands. I didn't feel I needed to learn, but life forced me to learn how to fight back. And there's different ways to fight. You can throw hands, you can use weapons. The greatest weapon is the pen, which is why I'm an advocate of put up or shut up. Legislation, changing laws, or don't talk to me. Because as long as it's on the books, it can be used against us. And so what I want to propose to you today, family, is how many of you are willing to sacrifice 2 hours every other Saturday for your children to learn our story, to learn trades at a young age? I'm not talking about waiting until they get in high school. I mean young. To learn things that they need to know to take care of themselves. If you were to disappear tomorrow, would they be able to feed themselves? Would they know how to grow food? Would they know how to fix the car? Would they know what herbs to use, when they can't get to medicine because all hell is broken loose? Do they know how to go in that backyard and pull up some herbs, dry them out, grind them out, put them in a tea and drink it? Do they know these things? These are the things that keep them alive all over the world. These are the things, even on the continent, and I've been to the continent, and I got, I have walked out of the dorms of University of Dar es Salaam, University of St. Augustine in Tanzania, and told them what I needed. I need a salad, and they would go and I would point, and they would pull up those vegetables and those herbs and wash them and prepare that for me. Or that chicken that's really small because it has no steroids. And they would cook that for me, for us, for all of us who were there. So what I'm saying to you is every group, not every group, but there are some groups, there's two in particular that I won't name, that have a Saturday school. They go to this school and they learn their history, they learn their language, they learn everything they need to learn. They've been doing this for years and we don't know about it because they don't talk to us. We need to do the same thing. How many of you are interested? It could be on Zoom. It could be face-to-face. Better face-to-face all day long. However, no matter where you are in the country, no matter where you are in the world, you can do this. If you're willing to sacrifice 2-3 hours of your time just twice a month, get some parents together that want to learn. And we don't know. So if you find somebody that has that background, you be in the class with the kids so you can learn. Think about it. We need to have a Saturday school for us. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm just trying to help us do better. We don't know what we don't know. Peace, blessings, hetepu, and shalom.
Are you tired of the rat race in America? Are you ready to visit the motherland to relax and rejuvenate? Are you ready to explore all that Africa has to offer? Then check out the brand new Diversified Game Academy course, Prepare for My First Trip to Africa. Are you worried about being able to afford the trip? We got you. We will show you how to travel either on a budget or as a baller. Learn how to stretch the value of the USD. Did you know that 100 United States dollars is worth over 1,000 South African rand, or 10,000 Kenyan shillings, or 54,250 West African CFA? Are you worried about taking your kids? Get the game from Kellen Cash, a bona fide world traveler, having traveled to almost 20 countries, several of those in Africa. Get the game on taking your kids on their first trips. Learn how to find the best tickets, get the visas, and plan your own adventures in Africa. Don't let Eddie Murphy have all the fun. Plan your own coming to Africa trip starring you, produced by you, and featuring you. If you are ready for a life-changing experience, sign up for our course today, Diversified Game Academy. Get prepared and purchase at diversifiedgame.com.
Hello, everyone. Please make sure you subscribe to the African Diaspora News Channel app on these platforms.